What's up, Rich Squad guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new, make sure you hit that subscribe button. I'm starting a new series called 100 Days to the 2018 FIFA World Cup Countdown. I'm gonna drop a video every single day up until the first whistle of the opening match, Russia versus Saudi Arabia. For the first episode, I'm gonna let you know all World Cup winners from 1930 to 2014. The World Cup is played every 4 years. It is the biggest event known to mankind. Don't debate it. The biggest event is not the Olympic. It's not the Cricket World Cup. It's not the Rugby World Cup. It's the FIFA World Cup. The first FIFA World Cup was held in 1930. It was hosted by Uruguay, a World Cup which they went on to win, winning 4-2 in the final versus neighbors Argentina. The second World Cup was played in 1934. It was hosted by Italy and won by Italy after they defeated Czechoslovakia 2-1 after extra time in the final. So you see a trend developing there, the host nation winning the first two World Cups. The next World Cup was played in 1938 and hosted by France, a World Cup that Italy went on to win. They won their second straight World Cup in a row, talking about back to back after they defeated Hungary 4-2 in the finals. Whatever happened to Hungary though? The 1942 World Cup was cancelled because of World War II. Also, the 1946 World Cup was also cancelled due to that global event. After a 12-year hiatus, the World Cup came back in 1950. It was hosted by Brazil and won by Uruguay. They defeated Brazil 2-1 in the last match of the round-robin format, which was used to determine the winner of the 1950 World Cup. The next World Cup was held in 1954. It was hosted by Switzerland and won by Germany after they defeated Hungary 3-2 in the finals. There you go, Hungary again losing in the World Cup final. The next World Cup was held in 1958 and hosted by Sweden. Brazil went on to win that tournament, defeating the host Sweden 5-2 in the final. Talk about a thrashing. This was Brazil's first World Cup title. The next World Cup was held in 1962 and hosted by the South American country Chile. Brazil went on to win that tournament after defeating Czechoslovakia 3-1 in the final. The next World Cup was held in 1966 and hosted by England. They went on to lift their first and only World Cup to date, defeating Germany 4-2 after extra time. This was the third instance of a country hosting the World Cup and winning the tournament after Italy did it in 1934 and Uruguay did it in 1930. The 1970 World Cup was hosted by Mexico. Brazil went on to win that tournament after defeating Italy 4-1 in the final. That was Brazil's third World Cup trophy. The 1974 World Cup was hosted by West Germany, a tournament that they went on to win after defeating the Netherlands 2-1 in the finals. On to 1978, a World Cup hosted by Argentina and won by Argentina after defeating 1974 finalist Netherlands 3-1 after extra time. Talk about bad luck from the Dutch. Like you make it to back-to-back finals, you expect to win one, right? The 1982 World Cup was hosted by Spain, a World Cup that Italy went on to win, defeating Germany 3-1 in the finals. That was also Italy's third World Cup title. The 1986 World Cup was hosted by Mexico again after they hosted the World Cup in 1970. Argentina went on to win that World Cup, beating Germany in the finals 3-2. Germany making it to back-to-back finals and losing, pulling off what Netherlands did in 1974 and 1978. This was the infamous World Cup when Maradona probably won the World Cup with his hand. Go Maradona. That was also Argentina's second title. The next World Cup was played in 1990 and hosted by Italy. Whoa, they took 56 years to host another World Cup. Germany went on to lift that trophy after defeating Argentina 1-0 in the finals. Yes, we had a repeat of the 1986 finals and Germany got their revenge. Oh, it's the sweetest thing ever. The next World Cup was played in 1994 and it came to the United States of America. Brazil went on to win that tournament after defeating Italy in the finals. The match ended 0-0 after extra time and Brazil won 3-2 in a penalty shootout. And I think this was the first World Cup finals where we saw a penalty shootout. This was also Brazil's fourth World Cup title. The next World Cup was my first ever World Cup and it was the 1998 tournament hosted by France and won by France. They defeated Brazil 3-0 in the finals. I could remember it like it was yesterday, that ball gliding off Zinedine Zidane's head past the Brazilian keeper, and they went on to lift the damn thing. The next World Cup was played in 2002 and hosted by Japan and South Korea. This was the first time two countries were hosting the World Cup. Brazil went on to win that tournament, defeating Germany 2-0 in the finals. I know you guys have heard me say Brazil and Germany, you know, in the finals many times. Yes, these two nations have played in many finals, but this was the first time they met each other in the finals, a finals that Brazil won. That was also Brazil's fifth and final victory at a World Cup final. So we will have to wait until World Cup 2018 is done and dusted to see if Brazil will add a sixth star to their badge. The 2006 World Cup was hosted by Germany and won by Italy after defeating France 5-3 in a penalty shootout after the game ended 1-1 after extra time. That was also the match when Zinedine Zidane received a red card after headbutting that Italian player. I could remember that penalty shootout like it was yesterday. I could remember David Trezeguet missing his penalty and costing the French team the World Cup. Oh. The next tournament was held in 2010 and hosted by South Africa. This was the first time the World Cup was played in Africa. Spain went on to win that tournament after defeating the Netherlands 1-0 after extra time. Guys, this is the third time the Netherlands made it to the finals and lost. They have yet to win a World Cup title. Oh boy. If you didn't know, the Netherlands didn't qualify for the 2018 FIFA World Cup, so they will not have a chance to rectify that. So last but not least, guys, the 2014 World Cup that was hosted by Brazil. Germany went on to win that tournament 1-0 versus Argentina, a repeat of the 1990 World Cup, a repeat of the 1986 final. Germany has 2-up versus Argentina now. So who do you guys think will win the 2018 World Cup? Let me know in the comment section down below. I hope this video have provided you with all the information that you needed, and now you know every single team that has won every single World Cup. Guys, if you're new to the channel, make sure you click the subscribe button because you would not want to miss episode 2. Turn on your notifications. Follow me on Twitter at Dominic Rich FC to get notifications as well. Share the videos with your friends. Smash the thumbs up button. Leave your suggestions in the comment section down below. And until next time, peace out. Rich Squad! What's up, Rich Squad? Guys, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Dominic Rich. From episode 1 all the way to episode 100 from kickoff. If you're new around here, make sure you click the subscribe button because you would want to be here for the entire show. Woo! Okay, so guys, without further ado, let's get straight into this. So for episode 1, I would like to talk about all the winners of every... So guys, the first ever World Cup was hosted by Uruguay. Since its inception, you see that? Hear that? Since its inception, the World Cup has... Ever since... Since its inception, since its inception, the World Cup has been, since its inception, since its inception, the World Cup has been played every, does that sound right? The World Cup has been played every 4 years. After a 12-year hiatus, after a 12-year hiatus, the World Cup came back in 1950. It was hosted by Brazil, a World Cup which they went, oh my God.